Hello everyone and Madayaw! Now I'm not celebrating Halloween this year or ever. I'm sorry guys. There will be some holidays that I will not be celebrating and some holidays that I will be celebrating. Why am I drinking in a Harry Potter cup if I'm not celebrating Halloween? Because I still support J.K. Rowling. She's a wonderful writer, and I have reasons of my own. Okay. So since I'm not doing any Halloweeny thing, I've decided to do some Bible reflections. Cause guess what? TikTok does not push my content if it's biblical Bible study and things like that, and I don't market it. So if you happen to see this, give me a thumbs up or a like or something, or a comment. How did TikTok give you this video? And I'm glad it did, because we're gonna be talking about um, something. Okay, more Nephilim content, but hear me out here. So this is my dad's old Bible. It's the King James version. I still have not bought a different version, but we'll use it because I will just correct some of the translation based on what I've known from other sources. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Take note, serpent. Okay, so this word is also mistranslated because they didn't have a word for nahash. Or some would say sarpas, some would say nahash. Nahash means it crawls. So Bible translators like, serpent because it crawls. Anyways, let's move on. And the serpent said unto the woman, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the tree of in the midst of the garden you can't eat that. No. Anyways, we will fast forward to they ate it. Okay, so they ate it and they hid. So and the Lord called upon Adam and said unto him, where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. Who told thee that thou wert naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded not to eat? And the man said, he blames, the woman gaveth to me, and she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. Dude, you were beside her. Anyways, and the Lord said unto the woman, what is that thou hast done? Why'd you do this? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord said unto the serpent, so okay, we'll go back to this later. Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And okay, this will come back in Revelations. So, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. Okay, she shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow. Okay, that's not relevant to what I want to say. Now we will go back here. Okay, so now we will take out the serpent and just call it Nahash. Or, by the way, some people think extra biblical sources would say Sarpas, burning ones, also known as seraphims. So now the seraphims were more subtle. So there were angels all around because they were still here. They were just all around. So now the serpents were there. They're just walking around the garden, and I don't know, mischievousness is like, hey Eve, guess what? You want to eat that? And she's like, no, because I'm gonna die. And they said, nah, you ain't gonna die. But what Eve doesn't know is it's not like instant death. It is eternal death. Okay, so once she ate of it and Adam ate of it, now they are prone to eternal death. And God loves them. So, all right, we'll fast forward. When God became angry, so we'll go back here. So, there. And God said to the Nephilim or the Nahash, because you've done this, you're cursed. You're cursed. You're lower than animals. See, because there's a hierarchy. There's man, and then there's animals. And I don't know. I think here we were supposed to be like the same levels as angels, and now nope. You are below the cattle. So you're less than cattle class. And on your belly you shall crawl, and thou shalt eat dust. So this is metaphor or euphemism. This is not literal. This is not. I mean, there is no snake that eats dust here. There is no. This Nahash or seraphims, it means when they say you shall eat dust, eat dust. It means he will eat death. You can't. You're eating death. You're going to eat death. Now, I will put enmity between thee and the woman. So, womanhood and the devil, whatever you want to call them now. We're not friends anymore. And between thy seed, so the seed of the seraphims, Nephilims, and her seed. Who is her seed? Jesus, or maybe us. So, everybody that came after Eve, her seed. Because it did not say Adam's seed, it's her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and you shall bruise his heel. So all this serpent or Nahash can do is just bruise our heel, but it can never kill us. And we can bonk it in the head. Okay, so how's that for reflection? So, a lot of the stories that you will be reading in the Bible will be very cyclical. Things point to things. Things will repeat itself. Things will come to pass. And some of them happened yet, some of them have not. So a lot of things in Genesis actually will point to Revelations, which is scary. But back to the serpent slash Nahash. It is not a serpent because there is no translation for it yet. There was not. So the closest the translator back then could do was serpent. So those guys will keep coming back because in Genesis 6, it will say there, when the sons of God go unto the daughters of men, whenever, that's also a mistranslation, it's not when, it's whenever, it means they keep falling. So these creepy creatures or angelic beings, well, let's just say they are the bane of God's existence. And we stupid humans keep falling for them. Eve fell for their tricks. The women fell for the Nephilim. And right now we still keep falling for them. And it's not going to end until we learn our lessons. So there are a lot of Nephilim teachings. It is scary because we've been following it all our lives. We don't know what they are. Is it AI? Is it... Because, technology that corrupts did come from the Nephilim. Okay? Idolatry came from the Nephilim. So that's the one thing that we should take out. Idolatry. And a lot of other things, which I will tackle in the days to come. So, we'll start with that. Okay? So, today's lesson about Nahash.